welcome to this episode of Afro Scientific Spirituality. My name is Phil West. If this is your first time on the channel, you're highly welcome. This is the place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concept from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I will be talking about a very interesting topic. This topic was necessitated by the questions of students, and he sent me a voice note with lots of questions, and we'd like to know the answers too. And I want us to listen to this voice note and how we answer these questions for the benefit of everybody. So here it goes.
Yes, Mr. West, good evening. So I had a question. Basically, it's also concerning things you've spoken of about in your video. It's mainly concerned about, just like you said, that you've studied under the Rosicrucian Order and stuff like that. So there's something I have noticed where, because first of all, the main belief that people have about people who are in Rosicrucian or any lodges, that those people are mainly rich people, politicians, business people, or people who are doing some kind of bad things, but just for influence and power and money. So now, um, I wanted to know maybe uh, what are the things, because and you also have a degree in business administration. Okay, uh, like what do you know, or what are your ideas about the spirituality behind business people? What's the spiritual what are the spiritual guidelines or routines or things that these big business people or politicians or all these people do to remain in this influence as such. I'm talking in the direction of, like, okay, many business people or rich people or politicians or people of a certain level have orphanage, they have foundation, they donated this, they did they they cannot just get up and just share money anyhow, unless you know the man personally, that one day he dash you money. But they have strategic ways of giving, you know just like you said that people who are doing bad, it's not it's not necessary that bad must always come back with bad and stuff. People just do their actions, and you know they move on with their life. Some people do bad doesn't mean that then tomorrow they will become poor or they will die miserably because they were doing bad. The highest bad people still end up, they die normally. Their burial is even more expensive than those who do bad in the hood, are even the ones that even suffer all those things. But these highly influential people, you know you don't really see much like that. Even the diseases they have, even good people still have diabetes, still have high blood, still have cancer and all that. But then like, I don't know if you get my point from somebody who is also a business administration person and stuff like that. But what are the things that these people do? Some of these people, when they come to new places, you see them going to go and visit chiefs, chief of a village with gifts and all this. I know that there must be spiritual implication or reasons for so many of all those things, but um, it's just an observation. But I don't really have a put together mindset or a put together understanding of the principles or the methodology that most of these people follow, to keep on, benefiting or prospering. Thank you.
Thank you for these wonderful questions. They are very interesting questions, and I'm very happy that you asked them. So basically, what you are trying to know is about the spirituality of business people and the secret of secret society members, and why is it that they are always wealthy? Okay, so for my own experience with the Rosicrucian Order and many other secret societies I have come across, there is this misconception that everybody is wealthy or rich in a secret society. But that is very far from the truth. The truth is that joining a secret society, joining an order like the Rosicrucian or Freemason, does not guarantee that you are going to be a wealthy person. The misconception is that not everybody in a secret society is rich. There are many, many poor people in the secret societies. My experience with the Rosicrucian Order is that I discovered they also have many poor people there. When I joined, I was in Thailand doing my second degree program, studying my business administration. I already had a first degree in linguistics from Nigeria before I traveled outside. So I did a business administration degree, and I also did a master's MBA degree in Thailand. So I came across this association or this organization or so-called secret society, which is not really secret. Anybody can be a member as far as you are above 18 years, and you can pay the dues. So I joined this society online. It was under the Australian Lodge. The Australian Lodge was in charge of the Asian countries close to it, Thailand inclusive. So I was under the Grand Lodge of Australia for 6 years. So when I joined this organization, I didn't really know much about spirituality then. I didn't even really know much about African history. So I joined because I wanted to know about what is really going on in this orders. I have heard too many stories, especially from Christianity, that people that are members are evil people. They are close to Satan. They are damned. That once you join this, you can never make heaven. They are the people controlling the world. They always have this all-seeing eye. This pyramid in the dollar bill. You see a lot of artists doing this triangle sign. They call themselves Illuminati. I didn't know all these things. I wanted to clear the air. I really wanted to know, because I discovered that of all the topics that I have been seeing around the world, this secret society, occult, Illuminati, and all these so-called dark forces, I really know nothing about the occult world, especially Western occultism. And I really wanted to know that time. I was dying to know, because it's like things were just happening. There's this thing that was happening to me that time. They call it FOMO, fear of missing out. So during that time of my life, I had everything. It's not that I was a poor person. I was doing very, very fine. I was living very large and comfortable at that very time. I had money. I had everything going on for me, but I was totally discontented with life, because I knew nothing about who I was, nothing about African history, nothing about this so-called Illuminati topic. I knew nothing. This was zero for me. So I was just living life like a hologram. You can say that. So I really wanted to know what is going on, even at the cost of me losing my soul. So I said the only way to know about these topics is to actually go in, join one of these esoteric societies, and find out what is actually going on. So after much thinking, much trepidations, after much shopping for secret societies to join, I was checking online, checking different kind of frats after frats, orders after orders. I settled for this one, because this one has been very so-called acclaimed to be very ancient, and I have come across them during my time in Nigeria when I was very young. I know them. We know them in Nigeria. We know them around the world, and these people, they seems to be quite mysterious. So I wanted to know what is the mystery behind it, what is the power behind it, what is this so-called secret, what is even going on behind this very organization. So I joined. I paid their dues. Back then it was $250 a year. I paid it. I was expecting that due to what the Christians have told me, that once you join this, that in the night time, the demon will come, the devil will come, ask you to sell your soul for eternity, all these kind of stories. So I was expecting all those things to happen, that in the night one dark spirit will come and force me to sell my soul or do a pact or something like that. Contrary to that, nothing actually happened. What I knew is that I feel very elated. I got kind of a spiritual experience. Some deities actually came. The deities that came, they were African deities. They were not the vision of what I was expecting, of this so-called Western occultist movie, whereby a demon will come out and tell you trash and the rest. But what happened is that the organization gave me access to their library. They gave me access, online access. I went into their library. I saw so many books I have not seen before in my life. These are books on history, different aspects of spirituality. They have a very extensive library. They have like a occult store where they sell insects, paraphernalias, all posters, all kind of materials relating to their practice. I got access to all these things. So I was buying products from there. I was buying books. They were also sending me monographs. These are like monthly newsletters for you to be reading, like 4 of these every month, tiny leaflets about not more than 10 pages each for you to be reading once a week to progress. But I was reading those, but it was not fast enough for me. It was too slow. So in my own case, due to my quest for knowledge, I was actually reading ahead. I was buying books. I spent money on books. Occult practice is an expensive practice. Occult books are very expensive. Occult materials are very expensive. Spirituality is quite an expensive practice, to be honest. You buy a lot of books, you buy a lot of materials, a lot of items that you use to practice, to mix, to do your spells. It is not a cheap practice. In fact, the only practice that I've seen that is somehow cheap is African spirituality. And you spend a lot of money to even get the knowledge before it becomes cheap for you. So I actually spent money. I've spent money on this spirituality. So I bought books. As I was reading these books, I was discovering that what they were saying in these books, many of the so-called philosophers, they were referring to the Greek philosophers. They are all studied in Africa. That was when I first got the shocker of my life, that all the Greek philosophers came to study in Africa. Prior to my joining this order, I have no knowledge of African history. I have no knowledge that we have universities in Africa, we have a lot of temples, that even the ancient Egyptians were black people. I didn't know all these things. It was inside their library that I discovered all these things. The African history that they're supposed to be teaching us in Africa is what they are actually teaching as the secrets in their order. I was shocked. I was beyond shocked. I was stunted. I was amazed. I was flabbergasted. This increased my curiosity because I was like, wow, I thought we were like Tarzan, the white people came to save us. Look at what they are writing in these books. They were tracing everything back to ancient Egypt. So this increased my quest for knowledge. I started reading. During that time, I would be in my room for like 2 weeks. I was not coming out. I only come out to buy food. I was reading from morning till night. I had money, I had everything, but I didn't have this knowledge. So I was just consuming books after books, books after books. And that time I was still kind of into Christianity in a way. I really wanted to know who is saying the truth. I was still kind of afraid of losing my soul, if you say that, because I was heavily brainwashed. I have been brainwashed for bets that if I leave Christianity, I will burn forever in hellfire. And I didn't want that to happen to me. So I have to prove, I need to have a lot of evidence beyond reasonable doubt to make sure that what I am into is the right thing. So I have to read extensively. I was reading ahead of my grade level in the order. The grade, what they were giving me was not even enough. Before I've already consumed books that are ahead of what I was studying. So I was reading ahead. They have 4 levels. They have the novice, the artist, the alchemist, the magician. Within 5 years, I was able to rise from that level to the highest level they have in the spiritual, in their spiritual curriculum of the magician, the mage. I got to that level. It still was not able to explain so many things for me. So I started questioning my so-called grandmaster. I could not answer me. The answers I was there looking for, I have to leave the organization when I discovered that these so-called things they were teaching as their divine knowledge are our African spirituality and history that they didn't teach us. And what they were able to do in that organization is that they were able to create themselves as a middleman. They have what they call the Celestial Sanctum. This place is an egregore that was created in the astral plane for their members to meditate and astral travel to. When they need help, when they need to communicate, when they need to do things, they go to this egregore. They call them the cosmic plane. Okay, this is where they go. So I now discovered that these deities are African deities. I was able to make direct contact with the deities actually came to me. So I was like, instead of me now meditating to this celestial sanctum, why don't I connect straight to these deities? Meaning I will be able to boycott this sanctum. I will go straight to the deities. I will go straight to the temples. So what I see is that the organization have now been able to create themselves as a middleman. It is still a good organization. It is good. You're going to learn a lot of things from them, especially in the area of history, different sort of esoteric knowledge. They have a large body of knowledge there. But for me as an African person, I wanted more. I don't want anybody to micromanage my spirituality. I wanted direct connection. So I stopped meditating to the celestial sanctum. I stopped going there. I start making direct contact with the African deities by calling their name, doing libations to them, doing the rites to bring them to get a closer connection with them. So by me doing this, there's no need for this organization for me. They have done their job by giving me the knowledge that they acquired from the ancient Egyptians, which are my natural ancestors. The good thing they have done is that they were able to keep this knowledge, to preserve it for people that want to know about it. But now that I have known about it, I need direct connection. So I stopped paying dues. Technically, I'm still a member. They didn't chase me on anything. You can stop being a member when you stop paying your dues. If I want to connect back again, I simply need to give them my key number and I start paying my dues and I will still be a member. So, but since then I have tried to go back. I've been traveling around the world. There's really no need for me to actually be, I've already learned what I need from there. Except the only reason I'll be a member now if I want that social interaction, that social flow. I want to know people that are members. I want to have connection, physical connection. That is the only thing that this organization can do for me now. Okay, so people join secret societies for knowledge and for this social connection. When you join a group like Rosicrucian, of course you're going to know a lot of rich people. A lot of people are there. There are also a lot of poor people there. Meanwhile, you should know that people there are some people that do not study these monographs. There are some people that do not read. I have seen people that join Rosicrucian and other secret societies just because of that social clout. They want to know people. They want to be famous. They want to know who is who. They want to make contact with big shots. Same thing people go to church for in Africa. A lot of people will go to a church if they know there are many wealthy people in that church. Not because they love the Christianity or they even believe in Christianity, but because they want to make contact with rich people in that church. This is the reason why a lot of people go to church in Africa, especially in Nigeria, for social contact, to grow their business, to grow their network, not because they really believe what is going on there. So people can also join. So you see a lot of people joining for social contact. I met a lot of people there. They will be there. They don't grow spiritually. They don't mature. They don't do the right. They don't even know anything. They are just there to make friends. I have seen people that told me that they actually joined this to make friends, which is a good thing. You can do that. So if you want to make friends, you can also join them for that. When you join somebody like me, I was always having letters, invitation letters for different conferences in America, in Australia, in different parts of the world. If I want to go to travel, it will be easy for me. By me being a member, I can simply apply for visa with these invitations letter, and of course I will get it because I am a member. So you get to get some perks to join these organizations, of course. But for spiritual growth, you must read. There are people that are also in these spiritual organizations that know nothing about spirituality. They cannot do any single spell. They don't even know these things I talk about. They have been there for years. Some of them are so poor. They are, you will say, well, are this person church rats? Of course, you're going to see very poor people in there. I saw very poor and ignorant people. When I went to Nigeria, I went to the lodge and I was also disappointed. These are people that have been a member for years before I became a member. But the knowledge that I have attained and acquired, they have not been able to acquire it because they were not paying attention. Or maybe it was their destiny to be poor. It's not everybody that will be rich in this life, okay? Even if you distribute 1 million to people every day, at the end of the day, some people will still be poor. This is how life is. Some people will give theirs away. Some people will not even know what to do with the money. Some people's own will be stolen from them. Some people will still be poor. You will see one person that will be poor at the end of the day. So there's rich people and poor. Not everybody inside is rich. Some people are very stupid inside. Some people are ignorant. You will still see gate man, you will still see helpers and different, they are all members. So the misconception is that joining a secret society does not make you rich and powerful. Okay, what will make you rich and powerful is your mindset and how you can be able to apply yourself. Which brings me to your next question, which is the spirituality of business people. Why are business people successful? Applying your business knowledge to spirituality. In business administration, quite naturally, they're going to teach you how to do business, how to manage different kind of business, how to work with people, how to create value, how to buy and sell. They will teach you marketing, principles of marketing, the 7 P's of marketing. You are going to be knowing all these things. They are going to be teaching you so many things that are practical knowledge, logistics, how you can apply all this to real life situations. In my own case, I majored in international business management. That was my specialty. That is what I did my MBA on. So I know how to do international business. So me now apply my spirituality to read, to enhance this skill that I have learned how to do this. So I'm very effective. I have done international business. I know how to do it. It is one of my strong points. I have even taught it. I used to teach logistics and supply chain management. These are macro and microeconomics. I teach these subjects. I am a teacher quite naturally. So me doing YouTube comes natural to me. So I have taught economics, taught business English, and other subjects as well. So spirituality is going to help you enhance your skill. One thing you see with business people is that they are very, very practical and realistic. That is what business will teach you. You have to be practical. You have to be realistic. You have to make sure everything that you are doing tallies up. You have to be able to know how to balance your accounts at the end of the day. The account must be balanced. If it's not balanced, something is wrong. You must be making profit. You must be seen to be making profit. You will have to be ambitious, a capitalist, because what they are teaching us in business is how to be capitalists, how to take advantage of opportunities, take advantage of people, how to do different kind of things. They will be teaching all these things as business people. You simply apply your spirituality to it. What you apply is that you find a way to create value for people. Find a way to create value, find a way to create products that will be competitive. Once you do this, you are consistent, you will be successful. You need to find a market. You need to find who are your market segmentation, which people will buy these products. Who am I targeting? Why should they buy this product in the first place? You look at your competitors. What are they offering? How can I be able to create a better product or create more value for my product to be competitive? You need to be thinking like this. A lot of business people, especially in secret societies with the spiritual knowledge that they have taught them, they apply these principles into their real life. They apply the hermetic principles of mentality, principles of vibration, principles of reason, of cause and effect. All these things you learn in hermetism, you apply it in real life. Why will you not be successful? Coupled with the fact that you know a lot of people already, you have a lot of social contacts. So getting access to government documents, getting access to licenses, it will be easy for you. Knowing people that are in places, it will be easy for you because you have a very large social network. So they tap into this social network with the practical knowledge that they already have. They are not people that pray, like Christians pray, then you expect everything to be well. Spiritual people in the secret societies, they are very, very practical. They are very, very intentional. They don't pray. You will see they plan a lot, especially in Freemason. Their plans usually last 1,000 years, 500 years, how to dominate a place for the next 2,000 years, how to make sure that they continue to reap, to get profit. This is the way they plan. White people, these people in secret societies, they plan ahead. They have a very powerful network. There's a book that you need to read, Breaking the Mirror of Heaven. You will understand how all these things work, how secret societies work. It's going to help you with that. It's a recommended readings that you will come across later. It's important for all my students. So, business people are very, very practical people. Okay, if you have this mindset, you don't leave things to chance, and you are consistent, and you're always making sure you add value, you are competitive, there's no reason you will not be successful. Look, people like Bill Gates, Elon Musk, they have been able to create products that meets the needs of people, and they are far ahead of their game. Why would they not be successful? These people, they don't pray. I don't believe they have even light one black candle in their life. But they are very, very practical and intentional. This is how rich people think. You have to be thinking like this if you want to be successful. So quite naturally, joining this society, a secret society like Rosicrucian, it will not really do much for you if you just join for joining's sake. You have to be able to take advantage of the social network and the knowledge that they are offering, and you have to know how to use this to your own advantage. Okay, if you just join, then you expect that as due to the fact that I have joined, then things will start going well. You are going to be there for a long time. Probably you'll be the one that will be doing the lowest job there. You'll be the one who open gates, cleaning shares for other members. There are other members, like everybody is useful. So they will always find something for you to make you useful. Even in that level that they have, they're still big boys compared to other people. They'll still have connections more than people that don't even know what is going on. So they will still find a place for you. But joining will not guarantee you being wealthy. You have to apply the principles, the knowledge that they are teaching you. Same thing on this channel, I talk about a lot of stuff. If you don't apply them, it will not work for you. Okay? So gathering information does not make sense except you use that information judiciously. So in my own quest, when I got a lot of access to information. I was able to download a lot of books. I brought a lot of books. When I left there, when I got back to Nigeria, I went to the lodge in my state. I was so disappointed when I got to the Rosicrucian lodge in my city. They didn't even have the books that I have, the copies of digital copies. I went there, I was thinking that we have a digital library, same that the Australian lodge was having. I went to this lodge. Could you believe that they don't even have a library? I was so disappointed. I wanted to even dash them book. I was thinking that we have at least one computer so that I can give them a lot of books, so that a lot of people that we have access to the knowledge I have acquired. They didn't even have a single computer, one, in that lodge. I look at the Grand Master in the lodge, it was very dull. If you see the kind of trouser it was even putting on, you will weep. A trouser that people put on more than 50 years ago, trouser will get fishy. Very cheap trouser. This is the Grand Master. This Grand Master is so very dull. In this modern day, you are wearing this kind of trouser. One single computer was not in that lodge. I saw a lot of poor people as well. What pained me most was that in all the things that I saw there was not one single authentic picture of any ancient Egyptian pharaoh in the whole lodge, as big as that lodge was. The only picture I saw was this very picture you are seeing on the screen. The picture of this emaciated looking Arab man. That was the only thing that I see. I was so disappointed. I took a photo of this picture. I said one day I'm going to tell people that this is the only picture I saw. I don't know if they have started putting new pictures of authentic Egyptians in their temple. And the funny thing that this knowledge came from Africa. But the way they are teaching it in Africa, they are not even teaching it that the ancient Egyptians were black people. They are giving the impression to the African students there that ancient Egyptians are Arabic people. These people that claim to be knowledgeable in a temple in Nigeria, in Delta State, in Warri, they don't have one authentic picture. What they have was this emaciated picture was the only one I saw. This made me very, very upset. The people, they don't even know that this spirituality is an African thing. It's like they are trying to hide this knowledge from the African people for very good reasons, because they want money for subscription. If many people know the truth that this is our African heritage, many of them will likely leave the organization after some time, like me. It will happen. Therefore, organization will not make money. So they have to kind of strive for this knowledge in a way whereby they'll be micromanaging the knowledge, giving people a teaspoon at a time, so that you're going to spend a lot of time there before you actually know the truth. By then, you have paid a lot of dues to the organization. That way, the organization becomes rich and able to stay alive. So this is what I discovered with the lodge in Nigeria. Of course, I left there. I never went back. I don't know if they have started putting authentic pictures there, because these images matter. If it does not matter, the Europeans will not be breaking off the nose of all the ancient Egyptian images. They will not be breaking up the nose. They will not be disfiguring them. They will not be trying to whitewash them. Because when you see, if African people see these real images, they will know the truth, that these people have been trying to hide this truth from us. And then they will not be looking at white people as a superior people. They will want to take greater control of their life, not giving it to the deity. Part of the reason I stopped meditating to the Celestial Santo. I now meditate directly, and I teach people how to connect directly to the temples. That way, somebody does not get any dues. A middleman cannot be making money off our ancestors' knowledge continuously. So if you say that what I did was a bad thing, okay, but this is the way I see it to be. I cannot be paying for something that is my own knowledge by rights. Okay, so that is the reason why I stopped paying the dues. But they have done their job. They keep some of these things for people, and they have a good social structure. So if you're living in a country, you want to tap in, you can still join there. You will still meet some people there, and you can still benefit some things for that. So this is the question again. Then for bad people not necessarily mean they will suffer. Okay, nature does not see it like that. Nature, law of karma, will catch up with them at their own time, based on the law of the land they are living. Okay, so bad people actually live longer than good people. Why do we find it like this? Yes, they know what they are doing. They are very, very intentional. They don't take chances, and of course, they take very good care of themselves. They have money. They eat the best food. They have access to the best medical facilities. You see the criminal politicians in Nigeria, ordinary headache, they are already in Dubai. Ordinary leg pain, they are already in UK, the best hospital in UK. They're already in India. They don't even treat them in Nigeria. And they make sure they don't even have good hospitals in Nigeria. They don't even trust a Nigerian doctor to treat them, because they're afraid that this person will kill them because they are wicked. So any little thing, they go to abroad, they have a medical license or visa to anywhere they want to go. Of course, they're going to live long. They're going to live longer than you, the good guys. So bad people take very good care of themselves. Okay, they are well protected. Many of them are into spirituality. They will not tell you. They have bought a lot of things. They do have many powerful spiritualists that do spells of protection for them. They do all these things. They observe all these things. They just pretend that they don't know anything in public. They're going to live very, very long. Okay, good people will not have access to this kind of wealth, this kind of medical care, this kind of protection. So good people will always quite naturally die faster. Okay. Then of course, rich people, they are very influential. Why would they not be influential? They have a social circle. They have money, they have power. Game recognized game. So when a rich man goes to a place, quite naturally, he will only make contact with people that are like him. He will not go to the lower structure. What can a poor person do for him? Somebody have capacity over. It does not make sense. You go with people that are equal to you. Okay, money goes to money. So it's only natural that when a rich man goes to somewhere, he will visit other rich people in the place. If a rich man goes a certain town, he looks wealthy, the first person he want to go to visit is people that have more power than him. We go to the richest people, the kings, the people that have influence and power in that sphere. Those are the people he's going to naturally visit. So that's why you see a lot of rich people going to visit kings, traditional rulers, and people in high places. This is how it works. They have their own social structure. They go there, these people will be happy to see them, to make more contact with more rich people. Okay, you cannot even break into that social structure if you are a poor person. You cannot. You see people coming with entourages of cars or network being guided with 24 hours police protection. How are you going to get close to that kind of person? Only people that are like him can really get close to him. Okay, so they have a social network that rich people connect to. So you too, you have to aspire to be rich. For you to be like this, you have to desire wealth. You have to see wealth as a source of power and something that is necessary. This is the methodology that they are using. Okay, for you to break in, it might take time. You have to be very, very ingenious. If you may not have physical wealth, you might have a very good idea. You can find somebody that have the money, then you try to convince them. It's called financial engineering, to give you money to bring this idea to reality. You can do this, you can find or create a product that will add value to the life of people, or you can create a competitive product, or you can look for an opportunity, a need that people want, and you can try to fill this for them. It will make you rich very fast. If you can discover something that people really need that will make life easier for people, it can be an app, it can be an item, it can be a service. Try to fill in this gap. You can become wealthy if you can discover these kind of things. So this is what people look at for in how to be wealthy. You have to be very practical. You have to be very, very intentional. Then you apply the knowledge that you have acquired, the knowledge that you have learned, especially in the area of spirituality. We spiritual people are very, very practical people. You cannot just come to tell us story. We investigate so many things. We try out many things. Okay, our part is a part of the scientists. Okay, so you have to have this kind of approach to life for you to be successful. If you have this kind of mindset, then you have the right social network, then backed by the spiritual knowledge that you have been acquiring, you apply all this to real life examples, to real life situations. I don't see any reason why you will not be successful. You will be successful as far as you are consistent in what you are doing. You have to be consistent. You will be successful. You save money. You don't dash out money the way other people do. You find a way to save money. You find a way to create something of value that will enhance the life of people. You will be successful. Okay. So this is my answer to your questions. I hope that I have been able to explain it very well to you. This is the reason why you see a lot of people in secret societies. They seems to be very wealthy, doing well, well connected, and halflings. They apply practical knowledge. They are very, very practical. This is one thing that joining a good esoteric society is supposed to teach you. Rosicrucians, they are good at that. They have these materials. If you join a good one, you get access to it. You're going to learn a lot from them. There are some other logics that may not be so strong. Some of them are strong, some of them are not strong, depending on the caliber of people that are there, the minds that are there, how advanced those minds are. Okay, your spiritual advancement does not mean you have to be in a crowd. Most times, we spiritualists, we are solo practitioners. We're a journey on our own. We learn more, better on our own. For somebody like me, I learn better on my own. Okay, me joining a group is just for social networking, nothing else. So I feel better. There are some offs like that. There are other people that need somebody to be teaching them things little by little. They need to be going to where they'll be having deep explanation for them. I understand this. We have different kind of people, different kind of personalities, different kind of mindsets. Some people are very fast learners. Some people are slow learners. Some people are moderate learners. That's why in my program, I have come to understand this. I allow you to learn at your own pace. You pick up the pace. If you are very fast, some people learn a lot of things within a month. While some people will spend 6 months on the same program. Everybody's on their own journey. We cannot force everybody cannot be the same. So you have to know that it is like this. Okay. So not everybody can be rich, or not everybody will be rich the same time. Wealth is a state of mind. Okay, once you can achieve this state of mind to attract wealth, and it comes to you naturally. Some people, it will take years for them to achieve that state of mind. Some people, it will take uh, it will take days for them. It can even take seconds for some people, depending on where we are able to achieve this realization. Okay. So if you have this realization fast, you will be wealthy, you will be prosperous. I hope that this video have been able to help you and will be able to push you further in your quest for prosperity and your advancement of your spiritual career and your knowledge base. Okay, so this is what I have for you today. Questions and comments are welcome as usual. For those people that are watching, that are supporting me, I thank you for supporting me. If you would like to join my school, you register at my website www.kindoki.net. You're going to learn about the secrets of African spirituality. All these things I'm talking about is on this channel. I teach it and I also live it. Okay, you will have the materials, you will have access to this knowledge that they teach in these secret societies. I have said it many times, the things I talk on this channel are high level stuff. Okay, high level stuff that you're going to get at the deep end of most of these esoteric societies. These are the things that I talk about on this channel. So you can register to learn that. Then if you also want to read my book, it's a very good point for you to start your spiritual practice as well. The book is also essential for practitioners, beginners alike. They're going to find it very useful. It is an ebook. It is not a physical copy. It's an ebook. I will send it to you by email. It's a PDF file. Okay, I have exhausted the physical copy. I only have the PDF, so you can get that from me. And if you want to do spell work, different kind of spell, love spell, hexes, or packs, I am still here for you. So apart from that, I wish you a very wonderful day, and I'll be seeing you in the next video as usual. So take care and bye. Peace.